until you present said gift. But I figured that what Lucas had to do to get these should still be.
Hello and welcome to this episode. We're a bit late. Sorry, like 40 minutes late. I'm gonna go tweet. Also, look at these clacking teeth.
That.
Welcome to Repair Your Garage Door podcast, where we teach you 101 ways to repair your garage door.
Woo. I don't have a garage door.
I was gonna say step 1: acquire a garage door.
I don't
This
have
is
a
an
garage
important
door.
step that many people sometimes skip.
I don't have a car. I don't have a need for a garage.
Why, I get this question all the time. But Squee, I don't have a garage door. To which I answer, what are you listening to this podcast for? What's wrong with you?
Because you coerced me to do it.
That's a lie. Puts away.
Is it?
Gun. Welcome back, everyone, to Three Galaxies. And the beginning of a grand adventure. I do not hesitate to say I am excited for you guys. I have been putting this stuff together since our favorite metallic boy got his butt shut off quite some time ago.
It was his
chest. I hate that. I hate how it happened.
So I know. But adventure!
Squee. Mm-hmm. I've just reread all of this, and under colors, I think I'm actually have enough money for it if I choose that specific color.
Do you still want to barter? I mean, like, would Lucas just straight up pay for it, or would he attempt to barter?
I think... Alright, he would barter if it was if he actually had something that caught his eye a bit more.
That's not necessarily what the bartering would entail. Oh, never mind. I see what you're saying.
As in, like, if he...
That makes no sense. That's not how bartering works, Squee. You know, I'll pay you less money if you give me this, too. I don't know why that's my mind is... I'm very tired.
I think all of us are.
So he'd probably try to go for a different color than that and try to see what he can...
Here's what I would say, because I like this item. I would say you could find it, and for everyone who's viewing, yes, we're being vague. You'll know when he decides to present it.
Okay.
The type of place where you would find said item, would actually be interested in your services. So, Lucas, would you be willing to use your musical talents to perform for several nights at one of the more upscale titty bars in Zebron?
Sounds good.
Okay.
I mean, I think he would do that regardless of money.
I'm thinking where such an item might be useful and found.
Oh no.
I'm disappointed you aren't taking us.
I'll leave that up to Lucas. Basically, here's what I will say.
Okay.
If you are willing to perform 5 nights,
okay.
So, a good 3-4 hours a night, perform music while the bar does its thing.
Okay.
Give me a second. I have to actually go back over to your message and look at the prices real quick because my memory is that short. They'd be willing to knock 15,000 credits off.
Ooh, I would say
actually, I would leave that up to a performance check.
Okay.
They would knock off a certain amount depending on how much business Lucas brings to the bar.
Okay.
And this is like I said, this is not some third party, whatever, some cheap red light district club. This is a high-end classy club.
Okay.
Why would they let someone off the streets then?
Because Lucas has talents.
Okay, that's a fair.
I assume Lucas made an offer they can't refuse. Would you like to roll me a performance? Just one, not one for each night. Just one's fine.
Okay, so specifically, what am I going for? I have a multitudes of things.
Well,
should this just be under dance?
No. Well. Oh God. Okay, so I was thinking music while the ladies and men did their thing. If you're actually talking about partaking on the stage, that's even better. I thought you were just gonna play the music, but okay, sure.
I thought dancing as well.
This is a tabletop game,
yes,
everybody.
That would
this
be
is a
dance.
tabletop.
Last
that
week,
would be a
kid
dance
downloaded
check, my friend.
porn, and now Lucas
I do need to know.
Dancing.
Okay.
I do need to know before you roll, because this will matter.
Okay.
What costume?
Sexy Splagorth.
I know that's a thing, but I already know that Zebron is not particularly too fond of Spagorths.
Not the best, no.
So maybe not that one. I think he's trying to go for a good impression on this one. So, let me briefly. What suggestion would you want?
It might be funny if you were the nerd and you
The nerd, yeah. I think the nerd. Sexy nerd.
Sexy nerd.
Oh my god! I hope that he finds like his freaking like dwarf friends again.
Like, I just imagine the dance. He starts with like the slicked down hair and everything, but like as he starts going, the hair gets messed up. You know. All right. Roll me a dance check, please. Okay. Minus 31, and I'm also adding a little bit to that because of a very decent costume choice that would probably appease many a people. So, in addition to making 3,000 clicks and tips,
Okay.
people sticking credit chips in your pocket protector. Over the course of 5 nights, they will knock off 25,000 clicks from that price.
Nice.
As your performance, actually, the last 3 nights. The first night, no one really knew what to expect. The second night, kind of made a name for yourself. The last 3 nights, word started getting around to the point where say night 4 or 5, people even on the second chance would have seen at some point advertisements of a special one-time show.
Guys, are we going?
Tonight and tomorrow.
Guys, are we going? Isaac?
I mean, are you guys bringing kid to a titty bar?
I mean, we can.
Isaac wouldn't go
Why not?
unless Hart begs him.
Are you kidding me? Heart's totally there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She's probably the one that showed the advertisement to everyone.
Okay.
Poor preacher
I
boy.
guess Isaac's going.
In the den of sin.
Kid, let's go.
Oh no. Trust me, Isaac sinned.
I'm not saying he
All right.
hasn't.
If you guys are going, I will say Hart would want to go, Sarah would want to go, and Cathor would want to go.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Indigo still in Indigo now?
Nah, she'll pass. She'll tell you to have fun, though, and ask you to take pictures.
Oh, done.
Okay.
All right.
So I guess we're all going.
Lucas, the last night of your performance, when you come out on stage, you see front row Sarah, Kid, Anna, Hart, Isaac. And Cathora actually is at one of the secondary stages. He's still in his very fancy dress. He's sitting there with one of his hands clasping his elbow, and he's kind of stroking his chin as he looks up, almost as if he's studying the woman on the stage. He doesn't seem to be attracted or aroused, just very curious. But other than him, front row, all those people. Oh, by the way, guys, mark off 300 clicks for the lot of you.
I'm down.
Oh,
The food
Jesus.
here is exceptionally expensive. That's how they get you.
Okay. I'm down to 200 clicks.
I said for all of you, not individually. I mean for the
Okay.
group.
Oh,
Jeez.
okay.
Wait, no, wait. This is high class. Yeah, no, individually. Yeah,
Shit.
this is high class.
Fuck.
This isn't third rate. This is classy.
Look,
So,
don't
yeah.
sack us out.
It's
Oh,
okay.
man.
We'll make money out in the ass end of space somehow.
Somehow.
With our
That's
ass.
a great philosophy to have. It's fine. We'll make money somehow.
Eventually.
All right. So that happened before you guys left.
No. We need to know how the final performance went. It's very
Well,
all right. Tell you what. Yeah, I think this is a change in circumstance. Lucas, roll me one more dance check, please.
We believe in you.
We'll say that roll was for the first 4 nights that led up to this. Okay. I'll leave it up to your character if maybe seeing them kind of surprised you or made you overeager or whatever the case may be. Not quite your best performance.
I like to think that I focus way too much on them to make them uncomfortable.
Just like, hey guys, and wherever it's just like,
Oh, I know that I need protection so I don't get covered in all of this. Holds up pens.
Oh.
You will know about halfway through the dance that Sarah starts like putting her fingers to her lips, whistling and shaking a credit stick. It's hard
Lucas
to tell.
awkwardly like does a waddle dance over.
It is really hard to tell for all of you whether this is genuine enthusiasm or Sarah's usual sarcastic wit. It's really difficult to tell at this point. All right. So that happened.
Yeah.
oh boy.
And you like I said, 25,000 off plus you made 3,000 in tips. Did anyone of the party actually tip your dancer?
Hell no.
Lucas, no.
I'm
you
down
made
to
3,000
100 clicks.
Isaac, no!
Why?
No. Hold on.
Not to him.
I'm not the one that tipped. I'm going to make Heart tip.
Why should tip him with your... okay.
Because she's broke, too?
Is she?
Last I remember, she used all of her movie funds on something for the ship.
That doesn't mean that's all of her funds.
Well, he would hand her 100 clicks.
So whether through proxy or not, Isaac just tipped Lucas 100 clicks for strip dancing.
I'll add it to the pile.
And Sarah gets you 5 clicks. So you made 3,105 clicks. in
Wow, cheap date.
Well, you got a problem with it?
She gets to take him home.
Yeah.
tips. Yeah, her number is written on the $5 bill.
Does Cathor tip?
No. Though
Does
Cathor
Cathor know where tipping is?
He doesn't have money, guys.
he has no money.
Does Cathor want to tip?
No.
Save your
Okay.
money, damn it.
he will tell you afterwards that it was a very enjoyable study in human anatomy. It's not clear. It might be he might not have understood the purpose of the bar. Possibly.
Good, because him and Kid are on the same page.
All right. So I have item. I've done payments. I think that's okay. Good.
So are you gonna be holding on to this or?
Oh yeah. I'll most likely gift her fairly soon after, but not like I pick it up and immediately shove it in. I just say maybe a day later on the ship or something.
All right. So so we will say that is done. Good job all around. Yay. Bravo. For making all of that far. I thought you were just gonna play the flute, man. That's all I was going for, but hey, way to step up your game.
Let's do this.
Yeah. So we will now skip ahead to back where you were, where we will start the session officially, where you guys have crossed through the temporal gate into the furthest region of the galaxy that they would let you go, given the instability that the rifts suffered. Well, actually, no. Here is where I'm going to put you for now. You are currently at the orange dot that is further back. So let me go ahead and get rid of this dot. Yeah, here. That orange dot.
I already got rid of it.
I got rid of it first.
Ha!
So there you are. Here's what I'm gonna say. We were already dealing with the first week or so of your travel. It had the first lesson of Isaac's techno wizardry education, where Lucas helped out, and now you have a room in your ship dedicated to chattering teeth. Because they don't go away. So why don't we handle it like this? Before we do any rolling on any tables or anything of that nature, keep in mind that first things first, let's do this. Anyone, please roll me 1d6.
Dibs, not me. Do 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 do.
Okay. Small spoiler, I'm going to say that Anna's ability to track the signal was good enough that your trip to your destination will actually take right around 6 months. It won't take any extra time. You pretty much are going to arrive on schedule, barring any side excursions the party chooses to do. The reason why I'm saying this now is so that you as a party have an idea of how long this is going to take before any party excursions. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Perfect. So before we start getting into rolling, we'll say that week 1 has passed fairly uneventfully. You guys are on the ship. You have a few lessons, with Cathor. In fact, Isaac, you spend a good 8 hours or so a day, not training with Cathor. Really, his instructions more like 2 hours a day, but you then spend another 6 practicing what he instructed.
Yeah, practicing, trying to understand it, that kind of thing.
The first week or two, the first 2 weeks is purely magical. It is you trying to open up your mind to feeling the presence of magic, which is difficult because there are no ley lines around you in deep space. Ley lines tend to gravitate, while there are ley lines in space, they're kind of rare. They tend to gravitate around planets and other celestial objects. So you typically have to concentrate on the people around you, Elisa, Lucas, and Cathor. Elisa you will find incredibly helpful in your training, as her patience and dedication will allow her to sit there for 6+ hours unmoving, to help you try to sense, if that makes sense. She seems more than happy to help you in any way she can. Lucas, I don't know. Would Lucas help Isaac try to sense magic?
I feel like he would either be an advanced quick course or you wouldn't have the patience for it.
Got it. So, probably not. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
And Byrne, you and I have talked about this.
Yeah.
Isaac is going to... He's a smart cookie. He's got a very high IQ. He picks things up very quickly. However, he is learning something very complicated in a fairly short amount of time. It is going to take an enormous amount of effort on his part to do so. So, by Lucas's standards, this is not going to be quick.
No, it's not. It's going to be like an iceberg to Lucas.
In the grand scheme of things, what Isaac is attempting to do is learn techno-wizardry in 6 months, which is incredibly fast in the grand scheme, but maybe not quite on Lucas's attention span level.
Yeah.
So we'll stick with Cathor and Elisa for the most part.
Sounds good.
All right. So for the first 2 weeks, as I said, things...
I guess Lucas would be like, hey, if you want, you can sort of listen. I've been trying to learn a few spells, sort of new audio thing to kind of teach me this thing's kind of wonky. But, hey, I'm making new spells if you want to, I don't know, see if you can glean anything from that. Be my guest. Takes a long time. Might be something you care about. I don't know.
It would be interesting. My knee-jerk reaction to that is, I need to learn how magic flows and how to control or detect magical energy first.
So my question would be: Are you going to allow Isaac to listen to those tapes?
Yeah.
Okay. So that you know, Isaac, they're tapes. You could, like, for example, if you want to, you could listen to them in your off hours or before you go to sleep or something. Or if you want to wait, you can wait too.
You know what? I'll listen.
Okay.
Seems fun.
The first time you put on the tape and you put on your headphones, you hear Dio Jawbreaker talking about completely random crap for hours. You have no idea how this is helpful, or how Lucas gains the ability to cast spells, or how Lucas even knows what the hell Dio Jawbreaker is talking about. Because as far as you know, he just spent 3 hours talking about picking off certain leaves from a bush.
Yeah, after listening to part of that tape, he's going to give it back to Lucas and go, I'm gonna wait, and then immediately leave.
I'm glad he's gonna wait till marriage. I'm glad he's gonna do that.
Lucas, your style of learning maybe not translates so well to other people. Go ahead.
I'll wait until this is over, but I would like to actually just have the scene to gift Anna.
No, I would prefer you do. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Who's this guy locking on Anna's door if she's over there?
Sure. She will go over to the door and just open it and stand in the doorway.
Lucas has a big box with a big bow and bright colors, with a solid red and green bow. green. What is it? The ribbon. There we go. Thick green ribbon.
Is there a pie in there?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I got a gift for you. I saw it. I was just like, I know a lady who might like this.
Okay. She'll reluctantly take the box, worried it's a prank.
Lucas would like kind of just be like jittery and giddy and giggly.
She will open it.
Let me just send you this then. Once I find where you are. There you are. Why did I close this? Of all times.
Discard.
This is bullshit. Alright, let's see. Under T. There we are. No, I didn't want you to...
magical bra?
No, he said open. There you go. You see this.
Oh.
You may
I
read
love
through
this
that
title.
at leisure, but you also, I think I put in the extra effort to either you get to pick the color or you get to basically say, I pick the color. Whatever you'd like.
Oh, I love boots.
Could one of you read them for our audience around the
Yeah.
microphones?
Would you mind?
Yeah, no, it's fine. They're called These Boots Were Made for Fighting. Doesn't it burn your biscuits to finally get the pair of gorgeous high-heeled boots you've been eyeing, only to find that they're perfectly worthless in the wilderness or a dungeon? And forget about combat, sister. One misplaced roundhouse kick and you're flat on your back with a twisted ankle. Will fret no more. Some French name has the answer. These boots were made for fighting. Designed to complement your runic bikini arm. These fantastic thigh highs are so much more than they seem. Crafted from the finest leather and fur, these beauties will put a lift in your step, not to mention your rear. But not only do they look good, these boots have function too. We've employed some of the craftiest mages this side of the Great Rift to fuse these boots with a plethora of useful magics. No longer will high heels leave you teetering, helplessly unable to outrun your foes. Oh, I don't. Do I really need to read the rest of it?
Oh. If you want to surprise people, no, you don't. But I kind of love all of the things about this.
Okay, I'll keep reading then.
It's got some abilities.
So AR is 14 to legs and feet only. Even though your runic bikini armor provides you with all the protection you need, these do make the perfect accessory, don't they? SEC 200. Colors. Available to match your bikini armor. 20% off on glossy black leather or fur-lined deerskin for all you ranger girls out there. Special abilities. Provide the wearer with the perfect balance, offsetting the 6-inch heels these babies provide. Doubles the wearer's natural speed. Adds 1 plus 1d6 damage to all kick attacks, leaving a footprint on them apparently, according to Squee. Great for those getaways. Add plus 10 to prowl and reduces the user's weight by 20 pounds. Magic allows the wearer to cast the following spell at the 5th level: the levitation once daily, weightlessness thrice daily, superhuman speed twice daily, walks the waves thrice daily. Holy shit, dude!
Yeah, I love these.
How where did where which book
I believe
was
we
this
covered
in?
that, Isaac. A titty bar.
No. Which book was this
fucking
in?
wondering.
Because I've never heard of this.
The glory of ludicrous mages.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. Here's the best thing. I have considered stuff like this for the long time where I'm like, I really want her wearing boots, but boots have heels and those are problematic for fighting. Who's like, what is
That's
that static
Elora.
noise?
Hey, Elora, can you...
Yeah?
Can you... Okay. For some reason, you're getting a bunch of, feedback or something.
Sorry.
It's really loud.
Sorry.
Sorry. That is a really cool thing, though.
I literally, I wasn't just trying to be risque. I was literally like, where would you find boots like this? Well, they'd be really useful to a certain clientele. That way you can dance and kick people at the same time.
And Lucas stripped for them.
Yep.
Even better.
He sold his body to get you a gift.
What's up, Mackenzie?
No, I said even better.
Oh.
Oh, she will thank you a lot, even before she realizes they're magic. Holy shit. You solved a lot of issues.
Perfect balance. That's insane.
That is, I could have used that on the fucking hovercraft.
You can now dance like Beyonce.
Oh my gosh. She's 5'10", wearing 6-inch heels.
Yeah.
Even better. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, those are amazing.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So in those, you're as tall as Isaac. Haha.
Oh damn, I love that even more.
All right. So, with that out of the way,
Also, they're black.
Okay, like glossy black or black? What are we talking here? Because it's important.
Glossy black.
What was it again? The difference?
Glossy
I know there was
black?
one. Was glossy the cheaper or more expensive?
No, he's already paid for it. So
okay,
yeah,
let's go glossy. Why not?
all right, glossy black.
Okay.
All right. So overall, the first 2 weeks is fairly quiet and uneventful as you are exiting the furthest reaches of the Commonwealth space. Now, this does not mean that there is no society where you are. This is just reaching the edges of where the Commonwealth reaches, and what is more known as quote-unquote civilized space. And you're going out more into the boondocks, where there are other civilizations. There's some really powerful civilizations, a lot of them, in fact, but they're not as well known because, for whatever reason, they don't interact as much with the rest of the 3 galaxies. As you head out towards the edge of the galaxy, there is one thing I do want to note. Kid, you there?
She typed down yeet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
she's
see.
typing.
I know that you had bought a collection of assorted children's shows. And you were watching them. Now, I know you mentioned that you would watch them by yourself. So does that mean like you'd watch them in your room with the door closed? Is that kind of the idea of what we're going for here?
If you didn't catch that, the GM was asking about.
No, I caught it.
Okay.
So the thing is, unless kids actively trying to shut someone out of their room, their door is always open.
Right. So here's what I imagine. A few days into the trip, you're watching kids watching the show, and you hear at the door, psst. Psst.
It takes like 3 tries before kid like finally looks up.
You see Quicksilver's head poking around the door, and he's like making this weird thing with his horse mouth, like psst, and you see his hoof kind of like wave at you.
What?
I see what you're watching.
Yeah.
Follow me.
What?
And he turns around and starts clopping away slowly down the hall.
What? Kid calls after them. Just eventually stands up and goes after him.
You see he's turned the corner, and like he turns around to where it's just his head again. He looks at you directly at you, and then nods his head in a certain direction, and then continues going down the hall.
Kid pauses, frowns, and then looks in the direction.
All right. You see, basically, here, let me take you to the ship, so you have a better idea
Oh God.
what we're talking about here. So, all right, so kid's room is, of course, right here, right? You see, when you get out the door, you see Quicksilver's head here, and he sees to see that you're following, and then continues up this direction.
All right. Kid follows down the hall, very suspicious.
You'll notice also that Quicksilver is acting for Horse Feather suspicious too. He's constantly looking this way and that way and stopping and then starting again and continuing down the hall. And when he reaches this corner, he looks back to make sure Kid's still following and then keeps going to the right.
Kid stops like right here and just shouts, "What are you doing?"
Quicksilver's head like ducks around the corner and goes, "Shh, don't, it's not so loud."
Why are you sneaking?
Because if he finds out I have what I'm about to show you, he'll take it away.
Who?
What do you mean? Who? Isaac. Mr. Stand up straight and straight up guy and not have fun. Isaac.
I mean, a lot of people stand up straight. What? What does that have to do with anything?
Just follow me and stay quiet. And he turns around and starts clopping away, which, by the way, he's not a light horse. Quiet and Quicksilver aren't exactly words that go together.
Yeah, I imagine Kid's like 10 times quieter than he is as he just clomp, clomp, clomp down the hall.
He actually leads you all the way back to Isaac's room. Isaac will say at the moment you are training.
Oh yeah, he would be spending a lot of time in the modification workshop training.
And when he gets to Isaac's room, he opens the door and he waits for Kid to get there.
Kid at this point would have like been immediately on like at his back, and so as soon as he stops, Kid's just gonna be right there.
He'll turn around to look for you and see you right there and go, huh, and like kind of shake a bit, and then he'll look around suspiciously and then lean his head down to Kid's level and go, I know the kind of shows you like. I used to watch those until I found out about the good stuff. And then he'll lead you into Isaac's room and close the door with his nose. And then you'll hear like a little click in his teeth. And like the panel in Isaac's room will turn on. And what you see is, the best way to describe it would be like a program made for Adult Swim. It is a parody of a children's show. It has all the makings of a children's show, the puppets, the deceptively simple lessons about letters and morals and all that, but it is obviously made for adults, and it does very shocking, strange things like Happy Tree Friends. This perfect way to describe it. Yes, like Happy Tree Friends.
I was thinking more like "Don't hug me, I'm scared," but that works too.
And except not violent so much as Happy Tree Friends, but more like very adult humor. And Quicksilver turns it on, and then he plops down on his hind legs and says, this is the good stuff.
Okay, Kid says, not quite sure what to take from this.
And he'll look around in the closed room with just you two and say, I downloaded it from the extranet. Isaac doesn't know I have it. He'd probably take it away. Frill says.
Wait, who says?
No, my dog was barking.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and he just starts watching it as if he fully expects you to join him.
Kid watches it for a little bit, but then after a while, they're just like more and more confused by the more like adult humor. And then they're just like, this makes no sense. It's stupid.
Quicksilver stands up, looks at Kid. I see. Not everyone's ready for the hard stuff. But that's fine. Go back to your shows. If you're ready for the real thing though. And he like waves a hoof at you. You know where to find me.
Okay. Kid walks out.
All right. Well, that's that scene. Other than that, for the first 2 weeks, anything anyone would want to do, say, or interactions you think you would have?
I don't think so. I think Lucas would probably bother someone with a computer to like download some plays or whatnot.
It would have had to be done before you left. I'm fine with saying that you would have thought of that, but where you are now, there is no extranet coverage.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah.
Then I guess I just don't have them. I would have to probably just ask around if somebody had any on hand, which I'm sure no one has in their inventory. So I guess it would just be a PC thing.
You guys can make up a play.
I mean, I'm fine with. Well, I guess what you're saying is that Lucas would not have thought of it beforehand.
He would actually like cast teeth in like the middle of the like week travel thing, and then go like, "I need a play." Oh, we don't have anything.
Would anyone in the party be the kind of person that would have plays?
I mean, you could probably adapt something from Wishbone. That's all I can think of.
There are plenty of like shitty kids sketches in, children's TV, so I don't know if you can pull something from that, but it's all I got.
Would any of you be like Lucas? Probably would have like I think Lucas would be the most likely candidate, but he has like no storage device of any kind or any sort of real like paper or anything. Like it would have had to been in his inventory.
So I'll tell you what, I just rolled something. You're a bit in luck, maybe. Depends on your point of view, I suppose.
Okay.
Cathor would get wind of this, and he would ask you to give him a day.
Okay.
And after a day, he would produce to you a fully typed out play. Ooh. It's not a play Lucas has ever seen before, but it is perfectly grammatically correct.
How would he know, though?
It's very true.
Yeah, that's true. You can't read. That's a good point.
Yeah.
He hands you a bunch of text, and he says that Cathor says, This was a very popular play when I was young. I memorized it quite some time ago with about 10 others if you are in need of further material.
I thank you. I'm sure that this will be good. And then he turns on his heel and leaves.
Okay.
Basically goes over to the Chatterteeth, opens the door, freaking goes in with his like arms over the like paper, like freaking opens up his arm and spills the paper on the floor. Figure it out, and then leaves.
Those poor teeth. They don't have eyes.
Oh man. All right. So Lucas got his play, kind of. Anyone else? Anything that you think would have that your characters would do over the course of the first 2 weeks?
Kid is practicing their ABCs very, very intensely throughout the week. And as before, I believe I mentioned, they're going to be actively navigating around Cathor.
Got it. Trying to avoid him. Kid, just roll a D100 for me, please.
Did it.
Okay. Over the course of the 2 weeks, as you learn your ABCs, at some point, one of the singular jokes that you saw in the adult version of the show that Quicksilver showed you makes sense. Now, whether a kid or not finds it funny or not, at least now, like after learning that certain letter, oh, that's what that joke meant.
Kid just like stares at the paper for a while and then is just like, that's stupid. More angry that they didn't get it the first time than anything, and then realizing word humor is going to be really obnoxious to learn.
All right. Okay. So over the course of the first 2 weeks, I'll just give you a quick rundown of your NPCs and what they're up to. Indigo spends much of her time not with Cyber Six. It's not like she's obsessively watching over him day in and day out. She's not obsessed to that point. She spends a lot of her time training, spending time with Sarah. They get around a lot. She actually would hit Anna up for piloting lessons if Anna's willing to give them to her. And Anna's not there. Right. Well, I'll ask her when she gets back. But she will make a comment of last time she had to fly the ship, it didn't turn out so well. So, she's got the time. Maybe it's a good time to learn. Elisa actually spends a surprising amount of time with Isaac, helping him grasp the fundamentals of magic, more so than Cathor's instruction. Isaac, you learn very quickly, much like what Cathor said. Cathor really despises magic as a general rule. He loves the challenge of converting it and giving it sets of laws through technology, but the concept, the chaos that magic represents, he really is not fond of. So he finds it difficult to teach those aspects of it. And you find that Elisa is actually a much better teacher in this time period, as she is amazingly patient and calm and very good at explaining things.
Okay, cool.
Sarah spends, like I said, a lot of time with Indigo. An increasing amount of time with Anna too. You find that Sarah does tend to spend time with Anna, trying to mostly get her drunk.
Hopefully not in the cockpit.
No. But it's clear Sarah has taken it upon herself to get Anna's backstory out of her. She feels almost like it's. I mean, it sounds bad if I say that she feels almost like it's a challenge. No, she's trying to befriend Anna, but in addition,
Anna is suddenly drinking way less than she normally does.
But yeah, so Anna, Sarah actually spends, and by proxy, I guess Indigo actually would be spending a good deal of time with you. You'd learn quite a bit about both of them. Sarah, you would learn, grew up with her mother in the lower sections of a city called Center, which you've never heard of before. Which is strange. Such a big city, and you've never even heard of it. You think you've heard of something. But she grew up in the poor section with her mom. Single child, doesn't remember her father very well. She grew up as very much a tomboy. She had to be kind of tough because she was in a tough neighborhood, and she got tired at a very early age of getting beat up by the boys, so she started learning to beat them up back. Got her first job as a tour guide for a certain vacationing site, ran into a certain group of people, and boom, bada bing, Bob's your uncle. Here she is.
Hey, absent parent club.
Indigo, you actually learn a decent amount about too. Indigo actually
Oh,
started
you went
off.
robotic.
Ooh. Am I still robotic?
He sounds fine to me.
Okay, everyone's robotic. I'll be right back.
Yeah. We're all taking the turns to hop out and hop back in.
Yep. It's like musical chairs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I fear that next time I pop out and pop back in, there won't be any room. By the way, just like for the chat, like they're posting different versions of what those boots might look like in the Discord channel.
I think the second one might be the legitimate one.
I think so too. As much as I like the first one, I think the second one is probably no. But the other thing is the second one's only thigh high. These are, I mean, they're only like calf high or maybe knee high. These are thigh high, which means they go above the knee. Okay. Well, while we're waiting for her to get back, I will move on. Hart spends a good deal of time. So one thing that most of you may have noticed about Hart by now is that as absent-minded as she is, as scatterbrained as she is, her ability to concentrate, maybe because of this, is exceptional. And from the day that Cathor told her that orb was not what she thought it was, she will spend hours upon hours diving into it with telemechanics, and be quite happy to do so. She will spend, everyone else will notice, she does spend her evenings a lot with Isaac, spending a lot more time with him than previous. But day in and day out, you can find her pretty much dedicating herself completely to this orb. This not the golden orb, just to be clear.
Yeah.
The little metal orb.
Can I try and do one of those roles to try and help her out?
Sure. So if I understand correctly, Isaac, as busy as he is in his spare time or downtime, he would try to help Hart with this?
Yeah. Every once in a while.
Okay.
He can't hold the concentration as long as her. He can only hold it for like a couple of hours, and even then, after that, you would be insanely tired. So
I would say not even that, because you're already very tired from your other training. I'd say maybe an hour at most.
Yeah, maybe an hour, and he just passes out wherever the hell he is.
Mm-hmm.
So
sure, go ahead, make me a roll, see if you can determine anything.
Okay, would it be an IQ roll or something like that?
Yes. I believe that would be the way to go about it. IQ times 4, because this is very complicated.
All right. Let's see what
device is.
Oh. Are you? Actually, that fits perfectly for how I was describing it earlier. Right?
Yeah, Not really though, because
Not
remember,
really? Damn
skillage
it.
and knowledge checks don't follow the same rules.
Fuck.
Because you can't legendary fail remembering something or realizing something. So, unfortunately, Isaac.
I don't know. That seems like an act thing. You were trying, like, let's say you're trying to tell mechanics an orb. I'm unsure if that's really.
Yeah, it's a very gray area because this is does he understand or not? Oh. Which is a knowledge thing. And,
no, it's fine.
Like
I just fail
in the past. Yeah,
whatever.
Basically,
I just fail.
Isaac, you're so tired, and you want to help hard out, but this orb was beyond you at the best of times. In your tired state, it's a sea of gears and metal. You can try later at some point in the 6 months. I assume this won't be the only time you'll try, but for the first 2 weeks, it's like diving into a vast ocean of mechanics.
Yeah, I probably won't try for another month or so.
Okay. All right. I believe that is all of the NPCs. We haven't gotten Kinsey back yet, which is fine. So, why don't you guys, we'll say we're 2 weeks into the journey. Anyone want to take a roll on the random table encounter?
Oh man, if that's 2 weeks, I'd say Lucas has gotten one of his other thingamajigs done.
Sure. Who wants to roll?
Should I roll?
Yeah.
Not me. Okay. Yeah.
Did
oh, good.
Wow. Hey, one better. You guys are increasingly improving.
Woo.
Oh, boy. Okay. So, as you guys are traveling, you're about 2 weeks, almost like 2.5 weeks into your journey. You, we'll say, Anna, you're probably piloting, and you're not here, right?
Yep.
We'll say Anna is piloting, and all of a sudden, over the intercoms, you'll hear, guys, and you'll hear Indigo's voice. We're getting a strange signal, a hailing. Can you guys come up here?
Lucas will come.
Kid eventually makes their way up with the holocomputer in tow, just kind of staring at the screen as they're walking down.
All right.
Hey, just in time.
Hey, Allura. Hi.
Hello?
Excuse you?
Hi.
Excuse you?
Welcome back.
That was Mackenzie coming back, not Allura.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Slip of the tongue, I get that.
Slip of the tongue. Look, it's not as bad as Isaac and Lucas.
No, he's just real people.
Right. Sorry. Welcome back.
I thought we were friends.
Oh, my router did not like being restarted.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Did it write an angry letter to your congressman?
No, it just like, okay, fine, I'm not going to work at all then.
Screw you. You take me at my worst, or you don't deserve me at my best.
Essentially.
Real quick, I went over. You would learn a bit about Indigo. She's a bit more guarded with her past. You will know that she was from Earth. She was part of an order called the Cyber Knights, though you've never really heard of them. She was enslaved by the Splagor for quite some time, where she suffered. Again, this is something she passes over in the most general of details, but she was a slave, and it was not a fun time for many years until Cyber 6 rescued her, and that part of the reason why she's so dedicated to him.
Okay.
And then we went over the other NPCs real quick, and then rolled on the random number generator, the random encounter table, and you got back at the perfect time. So you guys are about 2.5 weeks into your journey. You're reaching the unknown regions of the galaxy, the unexplored, and you're traveling at faster than light speed, about 5 times faster than the speed of light, and you get a signal. And Anna, I will tell you what the signal means, and then we'll retroact this a bit. The signal you get comes across, and it goes. It's in a language that is unfamiliar at first, but it kind of plays in several different languages, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's one where the dialect's a little weird, but you can pick it up, and it goes, "To anyone out there, we are the Ari. We welcome you, embrace you. We just want to know that we're not alone. We are an advanced civilization. These are our works of art and our samples of our music. Respond to us. Let us know that we share this great galaxy with others." And then it kind of loops like that and then gives an address to respond to.
Oh God.
Can I get a recording of it?
Yep.
She's going to call everyone up to the cockpit.
Yeah, Indigo actually did that. Like, called everyone, like, "Guys, we got a strange signal. Can you come up here?"
I'll head up.
All right, so does Lucas go?
Yeah, Lucas is going.
Okay, got it. So you guys go up there, and when you get up there, Indigo will play the recording for you guys, and she'll say, "So, looks like a first contact situation."
I'm honestly suspicious of it, but I might just be paranoid.
It sounds like something else's problem. Maybe we should hand this off to someone who wants to first contact.
Yeah, it might be a good idea to record where it's being broadcast from and save it for when we get back.
Indigo goes, if that's your plan, there's no real point. The Commonwealth's not going to send anyone out here. They've explored as much as they financially can, and the age of curiosity for the Commonwealth has died out a long time ago. Honestly, given where we are, if you don't want to respond, they might never hear a response until they make it to the stars themselves.
Well, okay then.
Still sounds like a trap to me.
Yeah.
Indigo shrugs. It always could be. And I'm sure that maybe if you look hard enough, you might find an entrepreneur or a scientist, anthropologist out there willing to make an expedition. But I mean, as a general rule, the Commonwealth is done making contact.
See those words you just said, the ologies. See, that's exactly why I'm probably don't care.
She'll nod. Go. Well, it's up to you guys.
Well, can we go back to the age of exploration and sell it then?
Well, that would be incredibly dangerous because
Fair.
then you'd have a species making contact with a planet that's not ready for it.
Yeah, and I guess it clearly hasn't happened yet, if they're still searching.
That would stand to reason. I mean, it's fine. Like, we can just ignore it. I'm sure they'll wake up tomorrow and continue their lives the way they always have.
Here's the thing: they can be benevolent, and they can have this entire system that's self-sufficient, or they're struggling big time and they're luring in ships so they can steal supplies. I mean, we used that trick a couple times to lure people in. But that was more to get specific items or to screw over that particular person, but still.
Look, guys, I mean, whew, Even if I wanted to do this, which I have to stress, this seems really boring. But
Alright.
let's just say if we do want to do this, we have a friend that is technically dying. We might want to not stop at, whatever this place is called.
Let's at the very least, go ahead and record the coordinates, for later use.
I'm down for that.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a rustle of Rose behind you, and Catherine goes, "May I make a suggestion?"
Sure.
If speed is of the essence, yet you are worried about such things, perhaps simply sending a message back to answer their question. Doesn't mean that you have to go there in person or even slow down.
Just send them a cryptic message of, "No, you're not alone," and then take off.
He actually kind of grins, goes, "That would be very rude, though somewhat enjoyable. Perhaps a sampling of what you feel are the best aspects of galactic society. Send the
No, I
message
like
back."
messing with them. The idea, freaking Lucas perps of it. I like the messing with it. I want to do that one.
Okay.
You didn't tell me I could just prank these guys.
Tell them
Cat
that
was
they
like,
should do
Pranking
Cat-
them.
Cathra's eyebrow twitches, and he goes, "That's not my intent."
We're telling them the truth. We're just not giving them much information.
We could always send them a kids show.
Anna's eyes just start glowing.
I knew I loved you guys for a reason. Come here. It's gonna have the hand wave of come in for a hug.
Kid stays right where they are.
She'll indulge him just 'cause boots.
Just because of the boots.
Let me get this straight. They're sending out a signal with the best their society has to offer: music, art, mathematics, scientific knowledge, and in return they get back
Teletubbies.
this is the letter A.
I think we're gonna do that. I would also like to have a verbal response, but I want to make sure that I use a very specific trade language that my character has yet to use.
Okay.
Oh boy. I like to use Trade 5.
Is that the clicks and whistles one?
Yeah, that's the one.
God.
That is the bug language.
Should we just have 2 languages? Just to fuck with them even more? Because they seem to have multiple languages as well. So it's just here's 2 separate languages, have fun.
Oh my god. This is amazing.
And now my friend will play you the song of his people. Click, 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 click.
I just can't get over because they know your language, so they're advanced enough to know advanced mathematics, and in return they're gonna get an answer to their question in the form of a kid's show.
Uh-huh.
Oh, what if it's just the song that's just Rasputin, but it clicks.
What if you guys just find an episode that talks about meeting strangers?
Yes.
Yes.
Especially if it has stranger danger.
Oh my god, if we just sent back I can't talk to strangers.
Wakey face.
Can we please do this?
Yes.
We're such assholes. It was
Oh my god. Kid downloaded an enormous amount of episodes. You gotta
And she
imagine
needs a
every
stranger danger one.
Yeah, like every kids show has an episode like that.
Oh my gosh.
You know, don't talk to strangers, don't get in the car with that person with a lollipop, and stranger danger.
What if it's just one of those like horribly designed commercials that they accidentally downloaded? Not thinking it was a kid show, but it's just like one of those like 90s commercials.
Oh my
About not
god, one of
getting in
those
the cars.
after school
One of the
specials.
Yes.
PSAs, yeah.
Hey kids, make sure you don't talk to strangers. Believe me, the person on TV, you don't know.
Hey kid, want to see my culture?
No. We got shit to do.
God, if we just recorded a goddamn play.
Alright, so is this a thing? Is the group doing this? Are you sending
Yes.
kids show episode of Stranger Danger in response?
And a message of Lucas and clicks, and then a translation or no?
Oh hell no! Let them puzzle it out.
Okay.
What's the
I
message?
like the idea of it being 2 languages because that does actually kind of fuck more. 'Cause it's like, what are they that they know 2 of these like completely different languages? Why do they know these 2 dialects that are nothing alike?
Let's see. What would Lucas put down? It's probably something of I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. I don't know you. Definitely along those lines.
I'm gonna think you're a group of highly technological babies.
I'm okay with this.
Got it. All right. So basically, all it sounds is like a bunch of.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh god, I love this.
So without slowing down, you're able to put together a package, shall we say, and beam it back towards them. Now, because you're moving faster than the speed of light, and the way messages work, and given the technology level, you'd basically just have to broadcast it out. It's going to take at least a few years for this message to reach them.
Even better.
So it's not like you're going to get an immediate reply.
What the fuck?
You just send it out.
Oh my gosh, I would love if other random people just get it and are like, what is this?
It'd be great. They get it, and they think it must be some great greeting. They just don't understand the culture. Maybe this is a sign of deep respect. They don't know it. And then like hundreds of years from now, they're integrated into the Galactic Society and they realize that they were just trolled.
Or are they just going, oh, Frank, stop messing with the signal.
All right, so you send it out and you continue on your way.
Did you expect that?
I honestly didn't know what to expect. I thought you guys might have like stopped and chatted with them. No matter what, I expected this not to be the best experience for them. But I really didn't know. Honestly, I was, and you guys almost did. I was half under the impression you guys would just be like, "Yep, not our thing," and just go. So, who wants to roll next?
I did it last time.
I'll roll. 1d100?
Oh,
yes.
Or do you want to roll, Lucas?
I do want to roll.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. I have a horrible poker face. I really
Yes.
There's a pen and paper game on the internet called Critical Role. Matt Mercer. That man can keep a straight face through anything. I don't know how he does it. I can't even read my own table without giggling to myself. Lucas, you rolled, so we're gonna say that this is gonna start with you. Okay. So you're in space, but you all still keep the general hours, i.e., you guys generally sleep around the same time. You have what passes for a day-night cycle on the ship. To the point where the ship is programmed to, during the night cycle, to actually dim the lights, almost like an airplane cabin does. You know what I mean? So that most people sleep at certain times and they're awake at certain times. Well, when it is the night point of the cycle, at some point, Lucas will say, I'll leave it up to your character. At some point, we're about 3 weeks into the journey. Your character is awake, maybe just woke up, maybe had to go to the restroom, but whatever the reason is, you are headed towards or passing by the restrooms. I'll let you fill in details for what you think would be suitable for Lucas.
Okay. Let's just go with nice, just needing to have that good old night pee. Didn't fill out his bladder decent enough before he went to sleep. Just needs to go to the bathroom.
Got it. Makes sense. So you go to the bathroom. Does Lucas wear pajamas?
No, he usually just goes around in his sexy Spogorth thing.
Got it. So you go to the restrooms, sexy Splagorth. You go to one of the stalls. You're doing your thing, and as you're doing your thing, you start to hear a trickle of water from the area of the faucet. It's almost like someone left a faucet on, but it wasn't there when you came in. So you start to hear the trickle of water, and after about 15-20 seconds, it starts to be more like a slow drizzle of water, a slow stream, and it sounds like it's hitting the floor.
Do I make more of a mess to check it out, or do I finish what I'm doing? I guess I'll just have to wait for this abnormally long stream to end.
Okay. As you're doing that, the trickle is hitting the floor. All of a sudden, it's as if a floodgate has been opened. And not only do you hear a torrent of water, the door to your stall is blown into you as a stream, a jet of water slams into the stalls and starts just soaking everything. It is as if a fire hose was turned on.
Lucas is unprepared for such things. Lucas immediately thinks this is a prank. Somebody has bamboozled him. What shall he do? Jettisoned against a wall and a door. Soaking wet. I think he would probably yell out something like, "Oh, there's no one to save me. What will I do?"
I would say in a torrent of water, no one's going to hear that.
That's fine. There's not really he's not geared up. He's not suited. He can't do hand signs at the moment. He can't shoot magic.
Well, you're not like pinned against the wall. You can still move and everything. It's like I said, it's a fire hose. It's probably a little uncomfortable and maybe even a little painful, like from the pressure of it. But it's not like you're stuck on the wall. You can still move.
I thought a door was pinning me.
No, the door like slams into you, but there's enough space in there for you to move around.
So it's not like dehinged and pressing me against the wall or whatever?
Not to the point where you can't get out of it, no. You're not trapped.
Oh, okay.
Though you do notice that the ground is quickly filling up with water.
Yes, kid.
Yes, kid.
If I remember correctly, the bathrooms are up here.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yep, there's a hole there.
There happens to be a claw mark right there.
Right there. Yep. Would this be enough noise to garner kids' attention?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, kids.
This would be enough noise to probably wake most people up. It sounds like someone turned on a fire hose in the bathroom.
Okay, kid's gonna go investigate.
All right. So you get to the bathroom door, which is currently closed, and you see well, you hear it, and you open the door and roll me a balance check, please.
Oh God. Did it.
Well done. You're able to stand against a torrent of water that's up to your chest, which means like Lucas's knees. As the water just rushes out into the starts rushing out into the rest of the ship.
Oh boy.
Interesting thing about this kid and Lucas, it's salt water.
Oh. Would kids see Lucas from the doorway?
I'm not exactly sure what you see. You'd probably see some flailing.
Maybe a tentacle or two.
as Lucas is trying
monster
to get
of some
out
kind.
Of his stall. You see probably a very drenched Lucas trying to get out of a stall that is in like the direct line of fire of the water.
Gotcha. Kid's just gonna shout over the water. What did you do?
I made a mess.
Anna, you have a plus sign?
Yeah, I essentially just wrote, I'm like, would she care? Yes. I was hoping it wouldn't be the case, but so she'll just hear these noises and then reluctantly leave her room. Get to about here. I'm imagining sees the water and just goes, the fuck, guys?
Yeah, the water is starting to slowly travel down the halls.
I like it then, and she's just like right where I put my marker, and she just sees it coming out. It's like, oh no. Why did I get up?
If she sees Kid, they'll look over at her and goes, I didn't do it.
Should I ask who?
They're gonna point into the bathroom.
I can't see into the bathroom.
Kid,
Mm-hmm.
roll me. You know what? And Lucas and Anna too. All of you, roll me an IQ check. Get under your IQ times 5. Crap.
Did it.
I'm an idiot. I burned myself really bad the other day, and I just scratched it without thinking.
Oh.
What'd you do that for?
I wasn't thinking. All right, all of you made it, I assume. Lucas made it really well. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All of you, despite the confusion of what's going on, it occurs to you that the walls between the inside and the outside of the bathroom are very thin, and there's no piping in them. The piping for the sinks actually go through the floor.
Well, I'm gonna go downstairs. Yeah, bye.
The water's falling.
Break, bro, turn it off.
Is this another bathroom here? That is not a bright enough marker. 1 second. Here?
Hang on. Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm gonna go check out what's going on in there.
Nothing. You hear rushing water up above you. That's about it.
Where's the plumbing usually in, like, the main area for water, I guess?
Would that be routed through the engine room?
Oh, trying to think if this is something Anna would know. You wouldn't know because you don't know how to pilot big ships. And while you can pilot this ship because it's technically a medium ship, the inside layout of the ship is of a large vessel. So you wouldn't know. You would know. You would know at least this. You would know that the piping's not on the walls because, like I said, it's too thin. The piping can't be in the wall. It's probably run through the floor somehow.
Kid is going to start wading into the water. And,
all right.
And they're gonna duck under it to try and, like, figure out, like, if something's going on in the flooring or something, if they can see anything in the water or, like, can find the source of the leak.
As you duck under and start to look around, you see a fish fly past you. It's
Kid's
very
gonna
strange.
grab for it.
Okay. Roll to strike for me.
Oh god.
Just like a hand-to-hand.
To strike would be. Would that be plus my hand-to-hand?
Correct. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's just enough to grab it. You grab it. It's very strange. It's certainly not like the fish that Rael calls forth, that were from Candyland. It is a bright blue, almost tropical-looking fish with a large spiny fin.
Huh. Kid's going to try and hold on to it and look around for any others.
Yeah, you're starting to see some fish like flying in through the spout of water.
Through the water spout?
Through the stream, the jet of water that is pouring into the room.
Okay, are they able to find a source?
Yeah. Roll me a strength check, actually. Do your physical strength ×4 and get underneath it. Okay.
Did it?
Yeah, more than enough to do it. Yep, you're able to kind of fight the jet of water and get close enough to know it is coming through the tears in the wall that you made.
Interesting. And there are just fish coming out of this thing?
Yeah, so the actual tears have been ripped open by the pressure of the water itself. So now it's more of a, say, a basketball-sized hole. But it's the area where you clawed open.
Gotcha. All right. If Kid sticks a hand into the hole, what do they feel?
More water.
Is there any, like, piping or metallicness, like, past the hole?
Nope, you feel nothing but water.
That's weird. This reeks of magic. Kids.
I will say as well that your arm has reached in all the way up to his shoulder, which means it should have passed through the wall.
Yeah, Kid's gonna call out to Lucas and be like, "Get over here!"
Okay, Lucas, what you hear is because you're in a stream of water.
Okay. Good to know. Lucas is fed up with this now and going to teleport out.
Well, kid, looks like you're on your own. No one else has come.
Let's see how well I do. Yep, I'm fine. I teleport where I want.
All right, where do you teleport to, Lucas?
Oh, let's see. Not quite sure how you want this to be done. If I had to be like inside of where I want to be teleported, but I have like it doesn't say that anywhere. It's just
here's
range.
what I would say. I would say that normally you would want to see where you're teleporting to only so that you know you're not teleporting into a wall or something. But if you are familiar with the layout, like you are with this ship, that's fine. You can teleport where you'd like because you know generally where this hallway is and where that roof is. Does that make sense?
Right.
So if you're familiar with the terrain, yeah, I don't think you need to see it to teleport there.
Let's see. Is this to scale?
Yes.
Okay. So I was here. This is about 50.
Actually, you were actually in one of these two stalls, the middle two, because the water's coming like this.
Okay. Well, let's do. Let's see, 60. It's about 70. About 125. So that would be about 200 and some odd. Yeah, I think I'm going to teleport into Quicksilver's room.
Okay. You mean
okay? Oh, you finally noticed that, Squee. I did that the first day.
I saw. So Isaac, roll me a dice, please. Roll me a D100.
Okay. 27.
Okay. Lucas.
Yeah.
You teleport into the room. You immediately hear the high-pitched scream of Hart as Isaac and Hart sit up in bed, covered with sheets and blankets.
I'm drenching wet and it's sexy smoke on that. Smelling of oceans.
You know, they say that two's a couple, but three's a party. Lucas is always a party.
Isaac, you gotta go to the bathroom, man.
Hart is still screaming and just like holding the blanket to her chest.
Hold on, Hart. I whatever your problem is, this is way worse.
Leave my room. I will be out in 2 minutes with pants, okay?
You gotta hurry, man.
Just
like,
get out of my room.
Sloshes out the door.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Isaac puts clothes on and meets him outside.
How do I lock the door?
What is wrong with you?
How do you... I can't leave. Help.
I think this is time for telekinesis.
Yeah, Isaac's gonna telekinesis the door open for him so he would get out of there.
Yay, freedom!
Yeah, because Isaac would have locked the door.
Yes, he would have.
Look, that's fair with this party.
Let's go over to Anna's place. He's gonna go over straight over to Hearts and probably listen to all this thing. Knock, knock. Heart!
You hear a muffled, very tired Tessa. She's not in here.
All right, she's Tessa, help! There's a problem in the bathroom. I need your help.
You hear like a muffled, tired voice again. There's air freshener in the cabinet near the sink, Lucas.
There's no time. Let's see the
Let me see.
Where am I?
Nope. Tessa doesn't care. She rolls back over and goes to sleep.
Good job, Tessa. That's what I should have done.
Teeth! Teeth, you gotta help me!
The teeth
There's a
in
problem
unison.
in the bathroom!
The teeth in unison who were chattering to each other. It looks like they were staging movements for a play. And what I mean by staging is like they were practicing this one goes here, that one goes there at this time. And there's like one set of chattering teeth looking at them almost like a director. When you come in, say teeth, they all stop, turn to you, and just look attentively at you.
Your form is beautiful. Now you gotta help me, man. There's some stuff going down in the bathroom, and I need your help.
They start chattering excitedly.
All right, we gotta go.
Lucas starts running down the hall with a procession of clacking teeth behind him. Isaac, back in your room, it's just like she's wrapping the blanket around her. She's like, so, continue later, I guess?
Yes. Or you can just stay here. I'll deal with it.
She'll, like, lay back down and lazily, okay. Have fun.
Oh,
We might
right.
need her help.
I'll come get you if we need your help.
Mm-hmm.
And
She's,
put
like,
pants
snuggling
on.
into the pillows.
Yeah, put pants on, kiss her on the forehead, and then head out.
All right. Isaac, as you start going up the hall, you start to... are you wearing shoes?
No! He's
Okay.
wearing pants.
Yeah, right when you get, like, to the modification workshop, you step in, like, a puddle of water. And you notice that water's, like, seeping down the hallway.
Okay, he's gonna try and move faster towards the bathroom, barefoot.
All right, real quick, I'm going to skip over to first Anna. What you doing downstairs, Anna?
I'm gonna start trying to blindly find this bloody plumbing. Oh fuck, Roots, bloody plumbing.
Okay. Tell you what. Roll me I'm going to have you roll a piloting check with a severe disadvantage because I would say if you know how to pilot a vehicle of a ship, you know basics about the ship, and we'll see if you can convert your knowledge of medium ships to maybe a large ship to see if that'll help you. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay. So roll me a piloting check at a -40.
I did it.
Yes, you did. All right. So you make kind of an educated guess, given that the ship is bigger, that most likely the plumbing for the ship, given that the further water runs and travels, the more expensive it is, the more chances there will be leaks, and the more trouble it can cause, is typically around the restrooms, which is why the restrooms are generally on floors grouped together. So your best guess would be the plumbing would be underneath the floor of the downstairs restroom, and there'd probably be an access hatch to it.
I'm assuming down here in...
No. It'd probably be in the restroom somewhere. So
I mean, like the access hatch would... Oh, the access hatch would
in
actually
here.
be in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go try and find it.
All right. Yeah. So you find an access hatch. It's not too hard. It's behind this stall here in this little space. You gotta kind of squeeze to it, but you can open up the access hatch, go down, and to where the water tank is. There's a small, gentle hum, but other than that, there doesn't seem to be any damage or anything out of the ordinary. It's just the whirring of the machine.
How horrible would it be if I just turned the water off?
You mean like
Will that like shut down systems?
No. No. It would shut down anyone who's taking a shower or
I think everyone's taking a bath right now.
Yeah. No, this system, there is water used for cooling, especially on the outside of the ship, because heat is a very difficult thing to get rid of in space, and water is used in emergencies. But that is a completely different system. This system is purely for showers, toilets, sinks.
I'm gonna turn it off.
Okay. You shut the switch off. The machine kind of whirls down. You still hear gushing water up above you.
Let's go back upstairs.
And with that, I'm going to cut to Kid. Kid, you have your arm in a hole. You're like trying to talk over the stream of water. Lucas, help! You see Lucas disappear in a puff of water.
Kid just like looks from the hole, then looks to where Lucas was and goes, "Fuck!" Would this hole be big enough for them to fit their head through?
Yes, barely.
That's what they're gonna do then. They're gonna stick their head in this because why
take
not?
like a deep breath. Stick your head in. Give me a second.
Hey, fun fact about my spell. If I failed my teleportation roll, I think I'd be in the same actual place.
Well, it's better than in space.
The failing roll would mean that he would teleport safely to somewhere embarrassing.
Well, I was gonna say, I think this is embarrassing, but not for Lucas.
Yes.
Does Lucas feel
like in a lady's
embarrassed?
bathroom.
Does Lucas feel embarrassed?
Not in most cases, no.
Okay.
He can feign embarrassment.
Trying to get something that would properly display what you see. Sure, this will work. I'm just going to shoot you a link. I'm going to put it in the Discord chat.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'll put it in the Roll20 so that Burn can throw it up on the stream. You stick your head through, you open your eyes.
In the Discord chat as well.
And you see this.
Okay.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
Where is this?
In the hole.
Kid stuck her head through the hole.
Oh, okay.
All right. So Kid is going to pull their head back out of the hole, go over, wrench off one of the stall doors, and put it over the hole.
Okay. Sure. Roll me not a strength check. I gotta imagine that you'd be strong enough to do this. Roll me a physical prowess check, though, because, like, my thought would be the strength isn't the issue here. Kid's pretty strong, and you've already proven that you can fight the stream, right? But trying to hold a stall door that's twice your size against this stream to close it would, I think, take some form of agility, right? So roll me a D100 and get under your agility times 4.
Times 4?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Fuck. How much is that?
This thing is twice your size.
Did it.
Okay. You're able to kind of like a shield against a stream, push slowly, like inch by inch. You get it to the wall, and then you like put your back against it. Lucas, you rush back into the bathroom with clattering teeth to see Kid with their back against the stall, against the wall, with water seeping out around the edges. By the way, Kid looks like a wet cat.
They look very upset.
Kid, I brought help! Go chattering teeth.
Go do what?
Exactly. Kid just looks at the teeth and goes, "No, they'll eat it. I'm trying to keep it out."
The teeth are starting to get washed away by the water.
Just gently drifting out of the bathroom and back into the hall.
Yeah, I mean, like, the water over here is deep enough that basically your teeth are now treading water and getting carried away with the current.
Can either of you explain this?
There's a thing or a place on the other side. It's like it's a lot of water. It's a lot of water. There's swimmy things, and there's a bunch of weird like rocks at the bottom, and there's a lot of water.
So you're saying there's an ocean, right?
Sure, maybe.
fish?
I don't know. Do you want to look?
Yes. Want to move your hands? Just really quickly.
There's an entire stall door there, Isaac.
Yeah, kid's like holding a stall door over this thing, trying to keep it contained.
Over here? On the inside?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not on the outside. Or is it spilling to the outside? Okay.
Now you see. Here's what you see on the outside. You literally see the claw marks that Kid made, and what looks like a stall door pressed up against it.
Okay. Okay. So move the stall door.
Kid's gonna stare at you for a solid like couple of seconds, and then they're going to remove the door and allow the torrent of water to flood back in.
Isaac, make me a balance check, please.
Okay.
Let's hope you live to regret this.
87 out of 98. I succeed.
All right. The strength of it is far more than what you might have been expecting, and you actually get like pushed back against one of the stalls, but you manage to keep your feet. But literally, it's as if someone just removed a switch and just hit you with a jet of water.
Okay.
And the water starts flowing back in at full speed again.
Okay. I'm going to try and fight it and look through the hole if I can.
Sure. I'm gonna need same thing with Kit. Do another D100 for me, please, with your strength times 4, and get under that.
Okay.
As you fight the torrent of water to get to the hole.
All right, that's gonna be 76. Try and beat a 76. 57 out of 76.
All right, you're able to get all the way up all the way to the hole. It's about a basketball-sized shaped hole. Water is jetting through it.
Okay. Can I poke my head in?
Sure. You see what looks like a lovely alien coral reef sea with fish and sunlight drifting lazily through.
Okay. He is going to back off and go, "That's not normal. Put that door back on, please. I will be right back."
Thing. Kid's gonna try and put the door back. Do I need to roll again?
Yes, please.
God damn it.
92.
Oh, I think I make it by no, that's exactly what it is. Yes,
92,
I make it
holy
exactly.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
So it almost gets wrenched out of your hands, but you manage to get it back up in there. And you're not stopping the water completely, but you're definitely reducing the amount that's trickling in.
Okay.
Kit's just shooting a dirty look at Isaac's back as he runs out.
Yeah. Squee.
Uh-huh.
Was that door metal or not?
The stall door?
Yes.
Oh yeah, MDC baby.
MDC metal. Okay.
You might be attacked on the restroom. You don't want people to just tear straight through that.
All right. So then he's
Kitchen.
getting a handheld welder and he's going to weld the fucking door onto the wall.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to help.
Yeah, Isaac will actually tell you to get Cathor right now, please.
Cathor!
After a few seconds, the door slides open. Cathor, wearing the same elegant type of robes that he wears during the day, folds his arms together and goes, Lucas, how may I help you?
Is when the bathroom help.
He looks
You know,
at Lucas
every
for a
time
bit.
he goes for help, it just gets more confusing and less is explained.
He is drenched wet in his sexy Smagor outfit.
I know. And Cathor will look at you, study you for a few seconds, and he'll go, lead the way. So, do you lead him back to the bathroom?
Yeah.
All right. Cathor will get to the bathroom. He'll see Kid holding the stall door up against the hole, and he'll be like, what is going on exactly?
Tall guy says it's an ocean. I don't like it. It needs to stay out.
An ocean? That's unusual. Could you move the door for a second?
I'm going to get help.
Oh my god. Kid just stares at him and then, gritting their teeth, removes the door once more.
Give me a second.
Indigo!
I gotta get a calculator. Because I don't know what this is times. Okay, so
How bad did he fail?
Pretty badly. Cathor attempts to get up to the hole to take a look through it, and eventually he gives up and he goes, I'll take your word for it. That's very strange. Put it back, if you would, please.
I suppose I'll roll again.
Yep, I suppose you will.
Indigo! Wake up, sleepyhead!
Indigo opens the door and she goes, what is going on?
There's a bathroom leak! I need your help!
What am I supposed to do with a bathroom leak? Punch it?
Yes! Come with me!
She pauses for a second, cracks her knuckles. Okay. Starts following Lucas back.
Yeah, she can hold the door.
Kid manages to get the door back again. Cathor stands back and he goes, well, I'm no expert, but given that this is some sort of pocket dimension, perhaps there is a tear in it to another dimension. Tropical one, obviously, given the clarity and lack of algae in the water.
Uh-huh. Kid says, just kind of gritting their teeth and glaring at the door.
So at this moment, Isaac is currently trying to get the welding torch out because it's not exactly, I mean, it's quotation marks portable, but it's not designed to be portable. So you have to kind of disconnect a few things, grab a few things.
No. I have a mini welding torch in my multi-tool.
Oh, okay. Well, then you'll go for that.
It's an actual thing.
Right.
Yeah. It's a handheld.
So we'll say that you arrive right behind Lucas and Indigo. Indigo kind of walks to the bathroom, looks around, takes a look at the scene. She looks straight at Kid and she goes, Lucas says I'm supposed to punch something?
I mean, if you can punch the ocean out of the wall, then sure, go for it.
She looks to Lucas, looks to Kid. What's Kid's face? Is Kid like deadly serious here, or
Kid is sopping wet and furious.
got it? She looks to Lucas, looks to Kid, shrugs. She's like, I don't understand, but I don't understand half the things you guys do. And you see like a glow form around her fist, and she starts walking towards Kid's door. And she's like, all right, where am I supposed to hit this?
Don't ask me. I don't know this. I'm just holding the door.
Can Isaac
Lucas,
come in right now?
Yeah. Like Isaac comes
All
in
right.
and he goes, like, got her fist wreathed in a blue aura. And she's like, Lucas, what am I doing this for again?
No, we're not opening up more holes. We are going to weld this door to this wall to stop the flood.
Okay, see, that makes a lot more sense.
I was gonna hope that you punched the door into place. I
No.
tried teeth and they floated away.
No.
By the way, you hear a scream down the hall of Eliza. Ah! Lucas, your teeth are floating in my room.
I'm gonna get help. Eliza!
The door's already open. The water is in her room, and there's like 3 or 4 teeth just floating there, kind of helpless, chattering away. You can see in the clear water, their feet are kicking furiously. They have some locomotion.
Eliza!
I'm right here, Lucas.
We need your help. You probably already know that there's a problem. Anyway, so, I think we got it all under control, but I mean, if you could help us, that'd be great!
What's going on?
It made, something happened in the bathroom and now it all wet.
I see. Well, it's not like I'll get much sleep here as it is. And she'll start following Lucas back to the bathroom.
Hold on, just 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Lavin.
She's not here. Eliza says she stayed with Xavier. It's like she just silently walks away.
Steps back, looks at her. Why didn't anyone tell me?
All right. You were there, but hey, it's Lucas. Isaac, could you please roll me a mechanics check?
Would you like general mechanics?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think delicacy is really a needed thing here.
All right. 35 out of 69.
Okay. Kid, it takes Isaac the better part of half an hour to not just weld the door to the wall, but weld it in such a way that the water is contained. Because he has to weld it so that there are no cracks, no holes, no nothing.
And that makes sense because his welds are not as pretty as our other engineer.
So, after about half an hour, status quo is simply this. The water in the bathroom has gone down dramatically because it has all escaped through the door into the interior of the ship. It's all now about ankle deep. In fact, every room that does not have a closed door on the upper level of the ship is now in ankle deep water.
Oh shit, the frill!
And the stall door is now permanently welded to the wall in between the 2 sinks. But on the bright side, no more water is coming in.
Once Kid is able to reliably release pressure off the door, they're going to run to their room and make sure that Lil is okay.
You get into the room and you see Lil kind of like happily floating among the little ripples, chasing after some seaweed that's floating on the water.
I thought water was bad.
Water was bad when she couldn't transform, when it was still healing. It can transform into a version that is water soluble. No, wait, no. Soluble is the worst word for that.
I was going to say!
No, Frill is in the shape of more of a cuttlefish type creature right now.
No, to be fair, Squee, I think it still can just transform to something water soluble. I think it just chooses not.
Exactly. Right.
I would hope not.
I could turn
Matter
into
of
like
fact,
instant coffee if it wanted to. Yeah, no, it looks very similar to, because Frill kind of looks like a small tentacled jelly octopus, right? The Frill at the moment looks very similar, though her skin is I'm saying her, really you don't know what sex it is. Its skin is a little thicker, and its tentacles are more towards the front like a cuttlefish but it's still obviously Frill.
Okay. Kid is instantly relieved.
Okay.
Also, hooray for cuttlefish.
So here's a question. How are we going to get all this water out of here? Anyone?
I held back the leak. You guys figure it out.
Yay.
Teamwork!
What am I supposed to do with all this water?
Good question. Squee, do we have like a shop vac or something?
Yeah. I mean, you got to be able to clean up the workshop, right? By the way, Anna, sorry, you would have come up during the 30-some-odd minutes that it took Isaac to weld it to the wall.
Yeah. Definitely. So, Isaac will either ask... God damn it, Biff! That scene in Ace Ventura is fantastic. So, either Isaac will ask Cathor if there's any way that he knows of getting all this water somewhere else, or if he knows of one of the machines that we have to get rid of this water. Should I just drill a hole in the floor, have it collect in the storage bay, patch up the holes up and just eject it into space, or what?
That sounds like the best solution to me. Drive it down the ladders and into the storage bay, and then just decompressurize it. Okay. Though we'll have to push it manually, unless someone knows a spell.
I don't.
I will check. Let's see. Banana cream pie? No. Cherry pie? No. Cream pie? No. I don't think I have this.
Okay.
Heart would come up, and she's dressed now, sleepily rubbing her eyes, and she goes, "Where's all the water from? Was there a leak?"
Yeah.
Everyone looks at her.
Come here. He's going to show her the store, the stall door that is welded to the wall now.
What the? What? Why?
Hold on. There is apparently an ocean on the opposite side of that was literally pouring into the ship.
Yeah, you gotta see it. Kid, remove the door.
No! No!
Punk's eyes like shine. She's like,
Yells
We're
across
not-
the ship.
We're not doing that again, please.
Wait, but like, seriously, an ocean?
Yes, an ocean, and it was flooding everything, and now my room's flooded. Oh no.
Well, why don't we just make a siphon hose, send it out into space?
I was trying to figure out a way to get it to... Do you know how?
Yeah, sure. It's fairly simple. We'll just get a vacuum tube, put it on the ground, lead it out down to the bay, decompressurize it, and the vacuum of space will suck it all out like a straw. I mean, I'm sure it won't get everything, but should get the majority of it.
Let's do that. Please.
Let's go get Rael.
Wait a second, everyone. I'm concerned about my floating little friends that may or may not be around.
There's 30 of them. I'd assume there's like 2 or 3 around at any point in time. Just floating around. Like their little feet, now that the water has settled, their little feet can locomote them around. So they're like little motorboats.
Oh.
Slowly traveling.
This is the best fun they have ever had.
It's hard to tell with these teeth. They're always smiling.
That's good.
You think you're so funny, don't you?
I do.
Isaac's gonna want to deal with this as soon as possible. So if anybody wants to help out, that's fantastic. If not, go to your room and close the fucking door. Please.
I'm gonna go in my room. He's about to open the door and he's like, nope. As he then just tries to teleport in. Yeah, succeeds.
Your room is free and clear of any water.
Except I'm a little trippy, but I can change my clothes instantaneously. Fuck water and goes to bed.
And to be fair, with the exception of Kid's room, who always leaves their door open, and Elisa's room, most people's rooms are fine. No, the water hadn't reached Isaac's room. Remember, you didn't get to the water until you were up there. So now it's in the hallway, but there'd be a little water in there when Hart came in and came out, but it wouldn't be flooded.
Oh, okay.
So really, the only flooded rooms would be any of the big ones that may have had doors open. I don't know which doors you would keep open, but Kid's room,
the clacking teeth, and also the modification workshop to get the welder.
So they would have water in them. Kid's room would have water in them. Elisa's room would have water in them.
Kid, where's Anna's computer?
That's a good question, God. Where would it be?
I don't know. Where would Kid keep Anna's computer? It's in your room somewhere. Where would Kid keep it?
Probably in the fort where they sleep on the ground.
I'm glad how there was a whole sentence leading up to that. So, on the ground, in the fort, where Kid sleeps, covered in water.
Salt water.
I just imagined something from like Kid's Horde just floated by, and then it's just a Kid.
Yeah, like one of the jewels that Kid took from the vault.
You had to establish your door's always open this session.
Kid, that's a good point. Your hoard is starting to float.
Oh, God.
Not all of it, most of it's really heavy, but like the lighter stuff.
Yeah, Kid's just like slowly trying to collect all of it and like put it on whatever like higher shelves might be in in the room.
I will also note that there's probably no less than 20 fish swimming around the ankle. That's a little bit higher than ankle. Maybe the water is probably about 10 inches deep. So in the hallways. So there's no less than 30 fish swimming around in there.
Hannah's gonna go and get her laptop. Very reluctantly. As you know, I think initially we'd be panicked with the slight hope that maybe you'll be okay.
She walks in just as Kid's like collecting it from the water, and they look over and go, "Oh."
Like
Hi.
water's dropping from it in torrents.
They just like look down at it and then look at Anna and then hold it out.
She'll take it. Can I roll a basic electronics check?
Uh-huh.
For if Rice can save this?
Space Rice can
That
save your computer.
succeeds by 2.
Oh.
So here's what you can find out. Your data, thankfully, is intact. The monitor is trashed. It's waterlogged. It got water in the actual chemicals that light up the display. So the computer itself is probably going to have to be scrapped, but the hard drive's intact.
Good. At least there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe this is how Anna finds all that porn on her computer, or at least the unexpected ones.
You saved the porn. Good job, Anna.
Yes.
Yay!
Oh man. All right, so we can say that I'm assuming everyone will make a considered effort to collect the floating teeth and whatever part of Kid's hoard is floating around, and Hart would use a mechanical trick that she picked up in her years of experience to basically make a very long siphon hose. The idea being that she places the hose in the greatest quantity of water as low as she can, runs the hose downstairs into the cargo bay, opens the door to space, and the vacuum of space creates a suction that starts to pull all the water out. And it doesn't get all of it, but it gets the majority of it to where, a good few hours of mopping should get the rest of it.
Let's make sure to get Ryle and the necklace before
Absolutely.
we do that.
Sure. Yeah. Why, guys? So
Shit.
Yeah, we're saving Rael.
And as you're mopping up a couple hours later, Hart suddenly stops and she goes, I think I could install a portal there, like a window.
What do you mean?
I want to see the ocean.
That'd be real cool. But how?
Wouldn't it?
How would you do it without?
It's simple. You attach the portal first, then you leave a small section open. You use a precision torch to then cut open a circle of the door, reseal it. Some water might get in, not very much. I could do it.
Isaac would be so tired he'll just nod and go, okay.
So, what we'll say, we'll end the session with this. The next week, Hart spends not concentrating on the metallic orb, but spends doing two things. One, replacing parts of the stall door. She finds out she can't replace all of it without gushing water again. So you're gonna, for the time being, you're gonna have a stall door welded to the wall. However, she is able to open up a 2-foot by 3-foot area where she can put transparent MDC material and weld it in place to where, I mean, she makes a bit of a mess. The bathroom floor gets a little bit soaked, but it's nothing that can't be cleaned up. And now you have a window into a very lovely Caribbean Sea.
That's cool.
Tropical bliss.
Yeah.
Oh god, I hope someone like swims by just as someone's like in the bathroom.
Like somebody swims by, somebody's washing their hands and looks up.
Hey.
Hi.
There's just a snorkeler like, what the fuck?
That's real cool.
And we'll go ahead and end the session there.
That would be terrible.
I came down here to see beautiful fish and wreaths, not someone with diarrhea.
Concerned is just, oh jeez. I just be concerned that like somebody finds it and then more people just like, what is this thing? And then they start poking at it. And eventually people are going to get through. I don't want that.
Yeah.
I gotta have privacy.
Well, don't give Squee ideas.
Yeah, let's
have an entire army come into our freaking bathroom?
That's just Tuesday.
That'd be the weirdest thing to just have happen. Especially since this was a random roll to a random scratch because of our particular expansion of a particular freaking ship that has almost nothing to do with anything that we've ever done besides just happenstance.
You know, when you put it that way.
I don't know what you're talking about. How do you know this isn't Providence?
All right. You're giving me the hiccups. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you guys next week, Wednesday, for the next episode of 3 Galaxies, where we will continue our journey, our 6th-month journey, which we are 2 weeks into. 3-ish weeks into. We will see you also on...
I just realized. Kid finally fixed the hole in the wall.
Yeah.
We went over that.
We just went over that in the session.
Just saying. I must
true.
have spaced that part.
Yeah, I literally put in chat, we're finally fixing that hole.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. We will see you guys Sunday as well for the next thrilling episode of Rifts, where we will hopefully actually get to the museum. It should be fun. Hopefully Kriana will be there as well. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.